Hey, and thanks for watching my video, it's really appreciated. I mean, after all, you're the reason I make these videos. Anyway, if you do enjoy it, please take the time to scroll down and click on that like button. And maybe, if you want to do me a real big favour, you could even subscribe. So, without further ado, let's get on with it. Matthew Page Damon is a famous actor, producer and screenwriter. Known to his friends as Red Alert, for some reason. Matt is 5'10" and weighs around 185 pounds, with blue eyes and blonde hair. I know, you can get most of that from photographs. According to Celebrity Net Worth, his value is a cool $170 million. There's no reason not to live well on that, is there? Matt Damon was born on October 8, 1970, in Cambridge, Massachusetts. His father, Kent Damon, was a stockbroker, and his mother, Nancy Carlson Page, was a professor. Matt's parents divorced when he was just 2 years old, and he was raised by his mother in a 6-family communal house. His father died after a 6-year battle with cancer in 2017. Matt has an older brother, Kyle Damon, who was born in 1967 and is a sculptor. He also has 2 stepsisters. Sarah Bradford Wetherell is a model and actress, and Julia Catherine LeClaire is a businesswoman. His stepbrother, Jarrett Wetherell, is a musician. Matt married his wife Luciana Barroso in 2005. She was working as a bartender when they first met. Damon has 3 daughters with Luciana, as well as a stepdaughter from her first marriage. Isabella was born in 2006, Gia Zavala in 2008, and Stella in 2010. His stepdaughter Alexia was born in 1998, and she is also an actress. Matt has a home in the exclusive celebrity enclave of Pacific Palisades in Los Angeles, and another in Brooklyn Heights in New York City. Damon seems to be another of those celebrities that is a fan of ecological electric cars, and he has a Tesla Roadster and a Tesla Model S, as well as a Lincoln Navigator and a Toyota Sequoia. Matt has an IQ of 160, which puts him in the genius category, along with just 1% of the world's population. Catapulting them both to stardom, Matt expanded the school project that became Good Will Hunting with his childhood friend Ben Affleck. Damon won the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay for Good Will Hunting in 1998. He was also nominated in the Best Actor category. And now we come to those top 10 movies. I'm not sure that Matt's amazing IQ has been of much use in his action movies, but I'm sure it comes in handy for his screenwriting. In 10th place is one of those amazingly successful franchise action movies, the Bourne Supremacy. It made just over $175 million in the United States, and went on to gross over $290 million worldwide. Matt was joined by stars including Joan Allen, Franka Potente, Brian Cox and Gabrielle Mann, to name but a few. Filmed in Goa, India, with a budget of around $75 million, the movie was directed by Paul Greengrass, produced by Universal Pictures, and released in the USA on July 25, 2004. Two years ago, Jason Bourne thought he had walked away from his past. But now, the past catches up to Jason Bourne when the CIA threatens to ruin his new life. Bourne and Marie have maintained their anonymous underground existence at the cost of permanence. fueled by splintered nightmares and haunted by the past he cannot remember, Bourne moves Marie from city to city, trying to remain one step ahead of the threat implicit in every unexplained stranger's glance, every wrong number phone call. Any second, without any warning, he might get pulled back into the world he hopes he left behind. At number 9 comes the engrossing crime thriller The Departed, co-starring Leonardo DiCaprio, Jack Nicholson, Mark Wahlberg, Martin Sheen and more. The movie grossed over $130 million in the United States and went on to reach more than $290 million worldwide. Filmed in the Bronx, New York on a budget of around $90 million, the movie was directed by Martin Scorsese, produced by Warner Brothers and released in the USA on October 8, 2006.
Have anyone in with Costello presently?
Maybe.
Do you know who I am?
Maybe not.
I'm gonna have my associates search you.
That was quick. Think he's dead already?
Get your hands off me! I think we could work something out.
We are all convinced that Costello has at least one mole inside the Special Investigations Unit.
In this crime action tour de force, the South Boston State Police Force is waging war on Irish-American organised crime. Young undercover cop Billy Costigan is assigned to infiltrate the mob syndicate run by gangland chief Frank Costello. While Billy quickly gains Costello's confidence, Colin Sullivan, a hardened young criminal who has infiltrated the state police as an informer for the syndicate, is rising to a position of power in the Special Investigation Unit. Each man becomes deeply consumed by their double lives, gathering information about the plans and counterplans of the operations they have penetrated. Next, we have a movie from that other franchise that Damon has been heavily involved in, Ocean's 13. Here, Matt teams up with George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Michael Mantel, Elliot Gould, and many others. The movie grossed over $115 million at the box office in the USA, and went on to surpass $300 million worldwide. With a filming budget of $85 million, the movie was based in Las Vegas. As with all the Ocean's movies, it was directed by Steven Soderbergh, produced by Jerry Weintraub Productions, and released on June 8, 2007.
Doesn't matter if we win, as long as the casino loses.
Which means that we have to rig craps, blackjack, slots, and roulette, all in our favor.
Jeez, could you make it any more complicated?
Okay.
That can't be done.
We don't have the manpower.
All the time.
The last time we saw Danny Ocean's crew, they were paying back ruthless casino mogul Terry Benedict after stealing millions from him. However, it's been a while since they've come back together, which is all about to change. When one of their own, Ruben Tishkoff, builds a hotel with another casino owner, Willie Bank, the last thing he expected was to get himself cut out of the deal. However, Danny and his crew won't stand for Bank and what he's done to a friend. Uniting with their old enemy Benedict, who himself has a vendetta against Bank, the crew is out to pull off a major plan. But not in this for the money, this is about revenge. And at number 7, we come to the predecessor, Ocean's 12. Once again, Matt teams up with George Clooney, Brad Pitt, Michael Mantel, Elliot Gould, and the rest of the team. This time, the movie was filmed in the Netherlands, with a budget of around $110 million. As before, the movie was directed by Steven Soderbergh, produced by Jerry Weintraub Productions, and released in the USA on December 10, 2004. Ocean's 12 grossed more than $125 million domestically, and over $360 million worldwide.
How did you get by the laser field in the Great Hall?
Aha. The laser fields. Well.
They pulled off one of the biggest heists ever, and now they have another job to complete. Ocean's 11, which consisted of Danny Ocean, Rusty Ryan, Linus Caldwell and others, all thought they would be able to enjoy their money, but someone has other plans. Terry Benedict is still fuming after losing his money, and wants it returned. The team now have the job of getting all the money they spent back, or risk being thrown in jail. How are they going to get it all back? Well, by pulling off another amazing plan, of course. Next comes the latest in Damon's own franchise, Jason Bourne. For this movie, Damon was joined by such stars as Tommy Lee Jones, Alicia Vikander, Vincent Cassel and Julia Stiles. In the USA, the box office for Jason Bourne was more than $160 million, and worldwide it totaled around $415 million. Directed by Paul Greengrass, the movie was filmed in Berlin, Germany, with a budget of around $120 million. It was produced by Universal Pictures and released in the USA on July 31st, 2016.
You're never gonna find any peace. Not till you admit to yourself who you really are.
Jason Bourne is again being hunted by the CIA. It begins when Nicky Parsons, a former CIA operative who helped Bourne, went under and now works with a man who's a whistleblower and is out to expose the CIA's black ops. Nicky hacks into the CIA and downloads everything on all their black ops, including Treadstone, which Bourne was a part of. Heather Lee, a CIA agent, discovers the hack and brings it to the attention of the CIA director Dewey, the man behind the black ops. He orders Parsons to be found, and, hopefully, Bourne too. At number 5 is the supposed conclusion of the franchise, the Bourne Ultimatum, rumoured to be Damon's least favourite due to Tony Gilroy's screenplay. The cast list for this instalment includes Edgar Ramirez, Joan Allen, Julia Stiles and Albert Finney. The movie was filmed in Tangier, Morocco, with a budget of around $110 million. No prizes for guessing it was directed by Paul Greengrass, produced by Universal Pictures and released in the USA on August 5th, 2007. The Born Ultimatum grossed more than $225 million domestically and almost $445 million worldwide.
Someone started all of this. And I'm gonna find them.
This is Jason Bourne, the toughest target that you've ever tracked. He's really good at staying alive, and trying to kill him and failing just pisses him off.
Bourne is once again brought out of hiding, this time inadvertently by London-based reporter Simon Ross, who is trying to unveil Operation Blackbriar, an upgrade to Project Treadstone, in a series of newspaper columns. Bourne sets up a meeting with Ross and realises instantly they are being scanned. Information from the reporter stirs a new set of memories, and Bourne must finally, ultimately, uncover his dark past while dodging the company's best efforts in trying to eradicate him. And next, we have the first movie in that other franchise. Yep, this time it's Ocean's 11. Again co-starring George Clooney, Elliot Gould, Brad Pitt and Casey Affleck, Ocean's 11 was filmed in Las Vegas with a budget of $85 million. As with all the Ocean's movies, it was directed by Steven Soderbergh, produced by Jerry Weintraub Productions and released on December 7th, 2001. The box office revenue reached almost $185 million domestically and topped $450 million worldwide.
What's the target? When was the last time you were in Vegas? You want to knock over a casino.
3 casinos. Vegas, huh?
Vegas?
Vegas.
Fantastic.
The heist is impossible.
Casino security cannot be beaten. You're out of your minds.
Exactly.
Danny Ocean wants to score the biggest heist in history. He combines an 11-member team, including Frank Catton, Rusty Ryan and Linus Caldwell. Their target? The Bellagio, the Mirage and the MGM Grand, all casinos owned by Terry Benedict. However, it's not going to be easy, as they plan to secretly get in and out with $150 million. The number 3 position is held by Steven Spielberg's star-studded war movie Saving Private Ryan, with a cast including Tom Hanks, Vin Diesel, Ted Danson and Giovanni Ribisi. As I mentioned, the movie was directed by the legendary Steven Spielberg in County Wexford, Ireland, with a budget of $70 million. It was produced by Amblin Entertainment, grossing nearly $335 million domestically and topping that magical $1 billion figure worldwide.
I have my orders too, sir. They don't include me abandoning my post.
I understand that, but this changes things.
I don't see that it does, sir.
The Chief of Staff for the United States Army says it does.
Sir, our orders are to hold this bridge at all costs. Now, our planes in the 82nd are taking out every bridge across the Murderette with the exception.
Opening with the Allied invasion of Normandy on the 6th of June 1944, members of the 2nd Ranger Battalion under Captain Miller fight ashore to secure a beachhead. Amidst the fighting, 2 brothers are killed in action. Earlier in New Guinea, a 3rd brother is KIA. Their mother, Mrs. Ryan, is said to receive all 3 of the grave telegrams on the same day. The United States Army Chief of Staff, George C. Marshall, is given an opportunity to alleviate some of her grief when he learns of a 4th brother, Private James Ryan, and decides to send out 8 men to find him and bring him back home to his mother. At number 2, we find the first of 2 space-based blockbusters, The Martian. Matt stars alongside Jessica Chastain, Kate Mara, Jeff Daniels and Sean Bean. Directed in Wadi Rum, Jordan, by the great Ridley Scott, with a budget of around $110 million, the movie was produced by 20th Century Fox and released on October 4th, 2015. In the USA, the movie managed to gross almost $230 million, with the worldwide figure reaching more than $630 million.
And I'm still alive? Obviously. I have no way to contact NASA or my crewmates, but even if I could, it would take 4 years for another manned mission to reach me, and I'm in a hab designed to last 31 days. So, in the face of overwhelming odds, I'm left with only one option.
During a manned mission to Mars, astronaut Mark Watney is presumed dead after a fierce storm, and so is left behind by his crew. But Watney has survived, and finds himself stranded and alone on the hostile planet. With only meagre supplies, he must draw upon his ingenuity, wit and spirit to subsist and find a way to signal to Earth that he is alive. Millions of miles away, NASA and a team of international scientists work tirelessly to bring the Martian home, while his crewmates concurrently plot a daring, if not impossible, rescue mission. And finally, the number 1 slot is held by that other space movie, Interstellar. Filmed in Iceland with a healthy budget of $165 million, the movie was directed by Christopher Nolan and co-stars Matthew McConaughey, Anne Hathaway, John Lithgow and Jessica Chastain. Interstellar was produced by Paramount Pictures and was released on November 9th, 2014. Matt Damon's top-grossing movie made almost $190 million in the USA and topped $700 million worldwide. That makes it a worthy chart topper, don't you think?
Why did you name me after something that's bad?
No, we didn't.
Murphy's Law.
Murphy's Law doesn't mean that something bad will happen. It means that whatever can happen will happen. We must confront the reality.
Earth's future has been riddled by disasters, famines and droughts. There is only one way to ensure mankind's survival: interstellar travel. A newly discovered wormhole in the far reaches of our solar system allows a team of astronauts to go where no man has gone before. A planet that may have the right environment to sustain human life. Now remember, these are Matt's top grossing movies. There are some others that people will think should have been on there. Let me know in the comments if there are any Matt Damon movies that you love that were not in his top 10.